Ready to go?
It says it's live.
Yes, we are live. We are live.
Big yellow button says live.
Welcome to the According to Sources podcast. This is Andre. No Rob today. He's being domestic. He told me his wife let him do a podcast on Monday, and he didn't want to get shot trying to do another one on Wednesday. So no Rob.
My man.
Devin.
Smart.
Yeah, he's smart. He's smart as hell. Me, not so much. Devin, my wife was sitting right next to me actually, and she gave me that look and then walked out. So Devin is actually at the gym right now. Devin's a boxer, and he's training right now, and he's helping some other people work out. So, but it's not just me, because I know you guys don't want to listen to me just talk. We have two special guests. We have C-Dub, Big Dave from Bawl Sports. C-Dub, say hello to the people.
What's up, people?
Big Dave, say hello to the people. Bow! So, I actually wanted to get these two guys on the podcast because I want to say back in August, I got an email from a mutual listener of ours. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, man, your podcast is really, really dope. You remind me of, Bawl Sports. And I was like, oh yeah, I've seen their Twitter, I follow them, but I hadn't listened to the podcast yet. So I started listening to the podcast, and I was like, you know what? They pretty much just are like us. Like your podcast is pretty much everything that we do at ETMF all together. We just have it split up because we used to do it like that. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, man, fuck that. I don't want to have my sports shit wrapped up in y'all fucking movie, TV, video game, geek garden. Nah. Let me do like, is it like, according to sources, like I had my website, but I didn't have a podcast, so it was like a segment within the ETMF podcast. And I was like, I'm not a segment, dude. Come on, shit. Let me go and let me get this together. And then I started doing a podcast. But when he sent me that email, I was like, you know what? You're right. Let me go ahead and get these guys on the podcast and talk to them a little bit. So, first of all, I don't know.
Well, let me say this, man, because that's funny you said that. Listening to us was reminded you of what you do, because when we found out we were going to be on here, I went and started listening to your podcast and everything. And the first text I sent Chris after listening to 5 minutes, I was listening to the one you guys did on Colin Kaepernick. And first 5 minutes, I texted Chris. I said, dude, this is us. That's the first thing I texted him. I said, holy shit, this is us. We need to be on this show. I was like, we need to be all this. This is exactly. It's the same mutual feeling, bro. So it feels good that you felt the same exact thing that we did, bro. Because that's exactly my first impression. Like, okay, how come we don't know each other?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, it's not like a lot of black podcasters. Like, I don't even. I mean, not in sports or whatever. You got like snotty dripping, or what is he calling himself now? Jay Hollis. Whatever.
I just know him as Snotty Dripping. That's all.
Yeah, I just know him as Snotty.
Yeah.
I know him, and then you have the fringe sports guys that do the Twitter thing, but they also do sports. But I was like, I should know these guys. Like, why don't I?
Right, and, right.
When he sent that email, I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get these dudes on, like, for sure. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys do you follow the bigs on Twitter?
Man, you know what? This is the craziest thing, bro. Yo, this is crazy. Okay, I just literally found out about the bigs on Sunday, and I forgot what I was watching. But it was a show. You know how they put on shows on television for black people during times when nobody is watching television. Yeah. So they put like, it was called like Heart and Soul and some shit, and they were doing a profile on this crew called the Bigs. They were like, they're based in Chicago. They do sports reporting. They're doing it a new kind of way, because they were saying, yo, we don't see people like us doing it and stuff like that. And I'm glad because I meant to tell Chris, like, man, we need to check out the Bigs.
Yeah, you gotta tell me what's going on with the Bigs, man. First of all, I have relegated all responsibilities for Twitter to Dave, because Dave is like the king of Twitter. But yeah. So what's it about, man? They just do like do they do video?
They actually are like reporters, man. They go around and they get into the dugout. They're getting into the locker rooms, and they're interviewing the players. And they have, I think it's 3 people, and one of them is a professional photographer. So They have, a photon, taking photos of them, man. But yeah, they do the interviews. They have a blog that they write on, and it's gaining some steam, man. And it just looked dope. And I literally just saw this Sunday. But yeah, man, it's dope you bring that up, bro. So I just got familiar with him on Sunday.
Yeah, I've had Scottie Pippen. Like that's one of the guys. I haven't had Terrence on yet, but
okay.
Before Thanksgiving, I spoke to Scotty, and I was like, man, we need to get you guys back on. I mean, you need to come back on, like, 'cause he's already been on the podcast. He was like, yeah,
right.
you know how he talks. He's like, what did he say? He's like, yeah, what he called me? I can't remember what bro called me, but he was like, yeah, little homie or something like that. And I was like, like, it's all love. I love those guys. I think they dope, but I want to get Terrence on. I just wanted to make sure you knew who they were, because since you're already in Chicago, you guys can link up with them. I'm actually going to send him a Twitter message. I'm going to send him a message and let him know that I had you guys on the podcast, and
awesome.
that you guys will be getting in contact with them, because first of all, I mean, they're just great.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Second of all, they're really good people. They're down to help. Shout out to the bigs, man. But before the bigs are cool. I'm actually going to have them on later on, but I wanted to talk to you guys. So tell me about Bawl Sports. Where did the idea come from, and how did you guys come together?
Well, go ahead, Chris.
You go ahead, Dave. No, so I'll give the whole decade story. You'll give the short version.
Okay. Yeah, let me give the short version about the show. Chris and I got tight. We've known each other since high school, but we've got tight through sports. Like, we would always have sports arguments and always talk sports, like, all the time. And I remember once we had a phone conversation where for 45 minutes we argued about Barry Bonds and does he deserve to be in the Hall of Fame or not, and all that other stuff. And I remember saying, man, this would be dope to, actually do as a podcast. And I told him, I was like, man, we should do this podcast. And he was like, yeah, it's a great idea. But we couldn't think of a name to do it. I mean, we had a bunch, and then we had like Bar and Grill and all these other things. So, we that was corny. So, and it didn't feel like nothing, because I wanted it to encompass everything that we like. So we always make fun of Avery Johnson out of love. Out of straight love, we make fun of Avery Johnson and how he talks. And for years, we always said, when Avery Johnson says ball, he don't say that. He says, Darren Williams, get the ball. Get the ball, Darren Williams. And one day it just hit me in the head. I just said, oh shit, ball. And I called Chris. I was like, dude, I got the name of the show. It's going to be called Bawl. And he just started laughing. And he was like, that's it. That's dope.
That's perfect.
Let's do it. And from literally when the name came into place, everything else fell into place about what we wanted to do. We knew it's really not hard doing it with Chris, because, it's real organic, because we know each other.
Yeah.
But, we do Bawl, which we discuss, as you heard, very random as far as politics, race, sex, sports, movies, wrestling, video game, whatever, music, of course, because we're both music lovers. Love music. And we wanted to do that. So then we decided we had another bright idea to get something more focused. So we went and did another podcast called Ball on Bulls, which is strictly focused on the Chicago Bulls NBA talk. And when that one took off, actually faster than Bawl did. So
the Bulls fans are everywhere.
Yeah. We found that out, bro. Like, I really didn't know it was that big of a deal. But when I started getting hit on Twitter about people from literally from other countries and stuff like that, like, man, I really like that show.
We had a fan in Australia, right? Was it Australia?
Yeah, Australia, bro.
Don't you love that?
Yes, it was great, man. It was mind blowing. Man was like, man, dude, this is great. I love y'all show. I listen to y'all out in Australia. You're like, what? Seriously?
Because you have those days when the reason why Ball and Bulls kind of took off, because basketball is like every other day, right? So we can do more podcasts, and you know how you do podcasts, like, man, I got download stats, they're okay, but people really listening. They even now and then the email come in, yo, man, I'm in Australia, love y'all show, keep doing what you're doing.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, I guess it's working.
Yeah. So when the fans let us know it was working, man, that was just that's just letting know what we were doing was right. But you know, we've been at it like Chris said for a long time, man, for years.
So how old are you guys?
I'm 37.
Okay.
Yeah, 37.
Okay. I'm 33. Just want to make sure. God damn, y'all old, man. I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm messing around with you guys. I'm messing around with you guys, man. I say that to anybody.
Hey, man, you could be 34.
You could have been 34. I was gonna say the same damn thing. But yeah, man, your story is very similar to our story. Rob is my cousin. So our relationship goes all the way back to damn near the womb. You know, I've known him. Right. I'm only 4 months older than Rob. So me and him grew up together. Now Devin came out of nowhere. It was always like this. I was like, God, look at this. You know, this dude's picture on Twitter. This little light skinned dude. He's always arguing. It's always arguing, back and forth, arguing. And he was like, man, when you gonna have a boxing section so I can go in there and write? And I was like, man, look, he ain't said nothing but a word, bro. Come on. Right. And since then, Devin if Rob is my right hand man, Devin is my left hand man. Like we go, like we be in the communication all day. So like y'all story is very, very similar to ours. It was just like, you know, me and Rob one day, I was like, Rob, all we do is talk about sports all day. Like this is like all we do. Either we're text messaging talking about sports or we're on the phone talking about sports. It's like, why don't we actually use this to try to do something with it?
Right.
And, you know, from that day forth, you know, we went through the same thing. You know, it was so many names. I don't even know. According to sources isn't even a good name. It was just the one that I threw the dart at the wall that stuck on that one. I'm lucky it didn't stick on something else. But you guys' story is very, very similar to us. So both of you are from Chicago, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All your life, you're not an import. You can come from.
No, born and raised.
Because you know,
born and raised in the city.
Not for the suburbs, but now I am. But you know,
but you were born and raised in the city too, though.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, born and raised in the city.
What part?
Yo, you straight. You good?
What part? Where y'all from?
South Shore.
Okay. Yeah, I'm from Inglewood.
Oh, okay. You win.
I don't know. Did I? I don't know. I'm not sure. I went home for Thanksgiving, and you know we were supposed to go to my grandmother's crib, you know, to see her. And it was like 4:00, and you know it's getting dark there at 4:00. And my wife was like, "Nah, we're not going to see your grandmother today." I'm like, "God damn!" Like, really?
Well, Inglewood, it's like two Inglewoods now. Like one is getting better, a little better. You know, like over by Kennedy King where they putting the Whole Foods and all that other stuff over there. So
yeah, it looks real nice. I was like, wow,
they got Whole Foods over there.
There's a Whole Food over there now, man. Like the whole thing look really nice over there. And then it's like,
what's going on? I can get over
exactly.
Get over in a minute.
It's gentrified as hell. It's gentrified as hell.
Yeah,
but I like y'all story. Like I really dig you guys. Like I said, before we started talking, I listened to the first podcast and the same thing came through my mind. I was like, oh, this is just, you know, this is ETMF.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna talk to these dudes and
yeah,
it's gonna be like I'm talking to anyone else that I've known my entire life because you guys seem really, really cool.
Appreciate that, bro. Same to you, man. I mean, that was literally my first thought. Like this is us. Like this is it. It was engaging and it was real. You know what I'm saying? It was for real. The same conversations I have with Chris, or I have with I got Tone, who's a frequent guest on the show. Same conversations, man. So yeah, we appreciate it, man. Really do, bro.
By all means, continue to say Ball Sports as many times as you possibly can, because now, like for real, like I think my podcast, when I have like my stream, like I'll probably get like 200 or 300 downloads, but ETMF like gets thousands of downloads. So I mean, say it as often as you possibly can, so that people can remember that goddamn name, because I definitely want them to remember your name.
Absolutely. BAWL. Wow.
Follow him on Twitter.
I don't even spell it BALL anymore. It's BA. It's like even when Chris sends me something,
funny?
And I see that, I'm like, what is that? I don't even know what ball means.
My
bro.
My autocorrect on my phone or my computer says erases that double L and puts in the WL.
Hey, 10 years to do that. Like, all right, we got it. We got it.
We got to stand now. Right. BAWL, we got it.
Straight up, man.
we can get into talking about sports, man. There was a few things I wanted to talk to you guys about. We'll get to the Chicago-centric stuff first. Later. Man, did you guys watch Clay?
I heard about Clay. I saw some highlights.
Oh, unreal. Like, to do that in 29 minutes.
29 minutes.
They totaled up his dribbles. He took 11 dribbles the entire time. How in God's name? 11 dribbles in 29 minutes. The man scored 60 points. That is unbelievable. It's not fathomable.
It doesn't seem possible, but someone was like, it's the most in the offense 60-point game you will ever see in your life. I don't understand I don't even remember who they were playing because they
Indiana, I believe.
Yeah, they were so innocuous in that game. But
Pacers, yeah.
What were they doing?
I watched the replays. Look, dude, I watched the replay. Clay was open like every time.
It wasn't like
single time. He wasn't even being guarded.
Right. He was doing the Reggie Miller thing, man. You know how Reggie Miller was great coming off those screens and getting open. That's all they were doing was he was coming off screens, getting open, and he'd be wide open. Or because of the fact they have so many great shooters, you don't know who to double team and know who to guard. But I'm like, you guard the dude who is killing you right now.
You got 79 points in the first quarter.
It's called switch. All right, switch.
You know what I'm saying? Time out. Take
you get your man and you guard my man after set the screen.
They had no idea about that. It was one of the most amazing things I'd ever seen. And on top of that, I'm like, man, you really should probably keep him in to score see if he can get 82. I understand why you don't, because if he goes out there and sprains an ankle or, God forbid, tears an ACL or something like that, trying to get 82 points in a game, then Steve Kerr looks like a moron. But man, I wish they would have let him stand there and just gun it out. Like, I don't care. Take 25 threes in the fourth quarter. Do whatever you want to do.
Right. You scored 60 in 3 quarters, man. And that too, he scored 60 in 3 quarters. Like, he deserved at least a chance to go out there to see if he was still that hot. If he missed like the first maybe 3-4 shots, you're like, all right, thanks, Clay. You know what I'm saying? We good. But if he hits the first 3 out of 4, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm sorry. Steve Kerr, you just be like, my back. I got, you know what? My back. Assistant coaches take over. I got to go to the locker room. Because you let him continue to do what he's doing, man. I like history. I like seeing shit that I ain't never seen before when it comes to sports. So I have never seen nothing like that, especially to be that efficient with it. So I wanted it to continue, man. This is the same guy who scored 34 in a quarter. So
I can't even imagine like I didn't see the game, right? I seen some highlights, but in my head, I can't imagine how he did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to figure out in my head, like, how's the process go? He scored many points.
I'm telling you, bro, when you watch a replay of it, you still won't believe it because it was so easy. It was easy. It was an easy 60. It wasn't just threes. It was mostly twos. Like, he was just getting to the bucket, and hitting layups. Of course he was hitting threes, man, but it's just the fact that he would 11 dribbles.
11 dribbles. It was like most of his dribbles were escape dribbles, like to the left or to the right, to get the wide open jump shot instead of that mildly contested jump shot with somebody flying into the third stand trying to contest it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I got him, coach. No, you don't.
No, you don't. Shit, my coach back in the day used to call that fake hustle. Like, you out there fake hustling so you can look good on the tape. Like, oh, look, I'm contesting a shot, but you really weren't. You weren't doing anything.
Man, he dives for the loose ball. Like, no, he was getting out the way. Like, he wasn't going for nothing. But I think that coach should be. I'll be looking to let him go at the end of the year, just based off of that performance. Because how you don't find a way to make that man not even okay. I understand scoring 60 points. I even understand scoring 60 points in 3 quarters. What I don't understand is you scoring it on 11 dribbles. That's what I don't understand. Like, because 11 dribbles means you just standing and shooting. Standing and shooting.
Isn't that Nate McMillan, right?
It is Nate McMillan. I was just about to say, people don't realize.
He was a hell of a defender. He's a hell of a defender, too. So I don't know, man. That's just weird.
He is not a good coach.
No, he can't. You can't. And Chris, you're right. He was a great defender. He was a great 6-man. You know what I'm saying, for the Sonics and everything like that. And I think he played for Portland, if I'm not mistaken. But when you give up something like that, I am reevaluating your coaching skills and techniques because you didn't even make the man try. You know what I'm saying? To do that is to not even make the try. It's not even like okay, I'm looking at T-Mac. It's not even like T-Mac doing it when he scored those 13 against the Spurs. You know what I'm saying? To come back and win the game in 30 seconds. That's just something that, hey, that was just amazing.
That's an aberration.
Right, correct. You know what I'm saying? That's an exception to the rule. You know what I mean?
Sustained excellence. And there was nothing they could do to stop it. It was like, okay, like I would have literally said, okay, you know what? Anybody else but him.
Right.
Whatever you have to do to stop him, stop him. If that means you leaving KD open, you leaving Steph open, I don't care. We're not about to let him continue to shoot wide open jump shots. And I guess Nate McMillan didn't feel the same way because he's not a good coach.
No, we got enough to win. We can defend him one-on-one. We got him.
You sound like Thibs. We got enough.
Yeah, man, I just know every
got enough to win.
he play.
Tibbs. Oh man,
don't get me started. Even try.
He put in effort.
Something.
Like, come on, man. Like, it's amazing, but to be on the opposite side of that, it was frustrating. Like, I was getting frustrated sitting there watching it. Like, come on, man. Like, get it. How you don't know he about to get the ball? Like he's trying to get the ball. He's gonna get the ball, dog. Like, this is gonna happen. It's like when I saw Kevin Love score his 30 plus. Was it 37, 34, 37 in the quarter? 34. Yeah. He scored like 30 some points in the quarter. He finished the game with 40, which means he scored 6 points after that. Like he finished the game with that. He scored all his points in the first quarter.
Somebody said we're not gonna allow Kevin Love to keep doing this.
Like, I don't care. Like, fine, LeBron gets a triple double. Fine. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie go off, cool. I'm not going to continue to allow a dude who has hit 8 threes in a quarter to keep going off on us. We're going to get on him. He's the hot person, so we're going to get on him. We're going to play some defense. You don't just keep letting the dude do that to you, man. So, yeah, Nate McMillan drove me crazy that game, man. But it was amazing. It was amazing. I'm going to watch it again because I watched it twice. I'm going to watch it one more time because it was just mind-blowing to see, man.
I definitely want to watch it a few times to break it down. Well, what are you saying?
Do you think? Because I heard a question. If you had to pick 2 of those big 3 to stay on the team, who would you pick? Like between KD, Curry, and Clay, 2 out of those 3, who would you pick?
Steph and KD.
Sounds simple, right? Yeah. Now, can you even see this though, and even think like maybe I might want to pick Clay and KD or something like that?
If I was Stephen,
just off of this before.
If I was Stephen A. Smith, then yeah. But
right.
I'm not Stephen A. Smith.
Because I'm trying to figure that out in my head when I saw him say that, and I'm like,
literally, he said he wants Clay over who?
Steph. He wants Clay and he wants KD over Steph Curry. 2-time
MVP.
Either one of them.
400 threes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drink it in, Chris. Drink it in. Drink that in, brother. Like, how do you do that?
You're at a loss for words for that stupidity.
Yeah. He had to pause. He had to take that in his chest.
You know, he said it was such conviction too. You know how Stephen A. Oh, that's just blasphemous.
Right. Right.
Fucking Elmer Fudd speaking bastard.
First of all, he's a dear friend. Amazing human being. But Klay Thompson has got to be the best player on the court. Like, no, Steven, I'm not taking Klay Thompson.
You know what? I haven't watched that show in, I want to say, about 10 years. But I did watch it like a couple like last week. And
so you're in my camp.
Yeah, so I watched it, and I know why the ratings are down now. I know.
Why is it?
That's because Max Kellerman is a normal fucking human being. Like he's not nearly as insane enough for people to want to tune in and watch him, because like he may say some stupid stuff, but you know, he's not a caricature of a human being like Skip was.
He's reasonable.
Correct.
He's a reasonable guy. Like he can say something, and I can be like, I disagree with that. But it's not like, are you fucking kidding me that you really just say it's not like that. That's why nobody watches the show. I understand it. But I might start watching it now because I could actually listen to him talk.
I watch both of them.
I don't know. They love what you call it. Yeah.
I love them. I love them both, man. I love First Take and I like Skip Show too. Because Skip is crazy.
Could I stand Skip, man? Fucking
man. He's
most insincere lying idiot on TV, man. LeBron James ain't a great player. Like, shut the fuck. Really, dude? I'm supposed to believe that. Hey, man,
like LeBron is the third MVP. Come on, dog.
I can't take Skip seriously. Can't take Skip seriously.
Oh, no. He's not to be taken seriously at all. Not on those things. And the man's been in sports for I don't know how long, but he made his bread and butter saying crazy ass shit. Like that's how he made his money.
What did he say? What did he say about Troy Aikman, that he was gay? And Troy Aikman asked his agent, "How much money would I lose if I kicked his ass right now?" His agent told him, this is years ago. His agent told him, "Yeah, you probably lose about $2 million." And he was like, "Fuck it, I won't do it." He really wanted to kick his ass because he wrote a whole article about him being gay.
Yeah.
Wow.
What kind of nonsense is that? Yeah, that's Skip Bayless. But
wow.
We talked. Wow. I said something about Thibs in the middle of this Clay explosion. What's going on? Why aren't the Minnesota Timberwolves good?
Did they win yesterday against San Antonio?
No.
I think they lost.
I watched the first half.
It was close in the first half.
San Antonio caught up and took the lead by 5. And I was like, I think it's a wrap.
Yeah, they won by 4.
Yeah, and then they ran them out the gym.
Yeah, they won by 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they ran them out the gym.
Timberwolves didn't have a chance. But what's the problem? I'm trying to figure out, because coming into the season, like one of the things I was really looking forward to, I really wanted to see the Timberwolves play under him because I thought they would be a good defensive team. Like you got Towns, you got Wiggins, Zach LaVine is there. Like they had like Gorgie Zhang. Like they got some pieces to be an actual a good team. And them, they're just not. What's the problem? What do you guys see as the problem?
Well, I see a couple things. One, to be a good defender, you have to be willing to play defense. I don't know if anybody on that team was willing to play defense coming in. On the Bulls, you had guys who were willing to do that. You had Joakim Noah, who was always wanting to play defense. I mean, at that time, you had Amir Sheik, defensive player and a rebounder. You had Jimmy Butler, who was just scrap iron at that time, so he was willing to do anything to get on the court. And they just had guys who were willing to get out there and do that. Right now, he's got young guys who want to play. You know what I'm saying? Who want to score and are used to being not talked to in a certain kind of way. Like Tibbs is a desired taste and acquired taste, I should say. And it's different. And especially when you're losing, it doesn't sound good. You know what I'm saying? Coming from Tibbs, you don't want to keep getting yelled at and this dude calling you soft. You ain't gonna care after a while. That's, in my opinion, I feel that them young boys are like, man, at some point in time, you start tuning that stuff out. Which is what happened on the Bulls. When
I was about to ask you, did you think it was time for him to go?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah. You saw it. It was the first ever, when I saw them play Cleveland in that game 6, it was the first time in my long history of watching the Bulls, I've seen a Bulls team quit.
No, not on his watching the Bulls, any team. Like I had never seen the NBA team literally quit in front of my face on my TV. That team.
No. I've seen teams. No, I'm gonna say that. I've seen NBA,
that.
I don't know if it was like that or not, but I've seen teams quit. I've seen teams like, okay, you know what? We give up. We tapping out.
The Bulls almost didn't want to go through the motions.
Right.
They literally did not want to run the play.
Right.
Walter Ball court was like, all right, Jim, you take a shot.
Right. Right. No one playing no defense. Like all you just heard was this dude, you know what I'm saying, this gravelly rock voice dude yelling at you. And the Bulls just completely got beats by Dre headphones on, tuning this guy out, not listening to anything he's got to say. Because they were sick of it and they were done with it. They had tuned him out, man. They were tired. Tibbs also is a long history of running dudes into the ground. You know what I'm saying? And just playing them until they can't play anymore. Joakim Noah is a great example of that. God, even though he got the best out of him.
I've coined something.
Okay.
I've coined Bulls players or anyone that's played under Tibbs, they get the Tibbs. It's a symptom.
Right. Right.
When you get it's one injury after another, right? And it's always lower body. I don't know if you've noticed it, but last year, Taj Gibson had the Tibbs. He had the knee problem. He had the foot thing. He was rolling his ankles all the time. I'm just waiting on him to blow a knee out because it's bound to happen. And if you notice, Jimmy had it last year too.
Sure did.
He had all
that
knee. Those are the Tibbs. It doesn't just appear like, I think people that really like Tibbs, and I think who on Twitter really, really loves him. Like, the Bulls fans that really love him. Like, it seems like they were more, because these are the people that say that, you have Derrick Rose fans and then you have Bulls fans, but they don't realize that they're Tibbs fans. Like, you just pine over Tom Thibodeau.
Yes.
But if you look at it, None of them realize that this is what's going on. It happened with Derek. He ran Derek into the ground. He ran the Wall into the ground. He ran Joe. I don't even want to get that damn Joe Kim Noah thing pissed me off. Man, playing him all them damn minutes in the last game of that CS season, that meaningless ass game, ruined him.
I'll never forget that.
Ruined his career. Now Joe Kim Noah is playing 10 minutes in the first half of a New York Knicks game, and he has a minus 17 because he can't do anything anymore. That's the Thibs. He is the living embodiment of it.
Joe shoots 24% from the free throw line.
He used to be a good free throw shooter.
But he was always a 70+% shooter from the free throw
74,
line.
like 74%, which is good for a center. You know?
Which is spectacular for a center, you know? But 24? You went all the way down to 24, man? No, bro. Something. And I mean, even that weird way he shoots, it's even weirder now. It's
weirder. It's
right.
Weirder.
It's weirder now. So it's like, bro, you just saw, like you said, he caught the Thibs, man. And I mean, Bulls, you know the Bulls fans that they love him because they love him. Bulls, Chicago sports fans in general try hard. You know what I'm saying? Tough guy. You know, we're going through that now talking to people who are Bears fans. We're going through that crap now. They we just want to see effort and toughness, and that's why they love Kirk Heinrich and all this other garbage.
Oh, my God. Don't get me started.
Why you bringing it up, man? Come on now.
Do not get me started on Kirk Heinrich.
Oh, bro. Listen, we can spend an hour talking about how trash this dude.
I love Kirk. I loved him.
Oh, I hated him.
I loved him when he was good.
He was never good.
When was that?
I think,
let me know when he was good.
Earlier in his career, he was an actual NBA basketball
player. No, you know what? I give it to you. He had 1 year where he was okay.
Yeah, I want to say like his second, third, and fourth years, he was an NBA basketball player.
Was that when they was he made like second team all defense?
Yeah, he was like when he was a good defender, he could defend people. Like he was one of the few people that actually used to give Dwayne Wade problems because he could actually defend. I mean, Dwayne Wade is going to get his numbers.
I don't know. I know he bothered him.
He bothered him.
It's like a gnat, though. It's like a gnat, like a mosquito.
He's going to get his numbers no matter what.
Yeah,
but he's one of the few people I saw that Dwayne Wade was like, "Fuck, it's Kirk Heinrich." God damn it, I don't.
He's trying too hard. Stop trying.
He didn't have anything else to do. What was he gonna do? He's not athletic. He could barely shoot. He's like, at least I could be the tough nosed white dude. I could be that guy,
right?
And he played that to a T. But when they brought him back, they loved him. They loved him. They still love him.
Oh my God, yes.
They think they should bring him back. Like, no, the Bulls should never bring back Kirk Heinrich.
You know, the Bulls can really use some toughness out here. Like Kirk, and not only that, I mean, you would hear the national media level, like Van Gundy was all over this dude.
What's funny is Kirk always played well in front of Van Gundy. Like,
right.
Like Van Gundy,
he never watched
the 99% games he played. Well, national TV, he played an okay game in front of Van Gundy all the time. And then how did this dude get 2 goddamn montages in the NBA arena when he comes back to
He got 2.
He got 2. Ben Gordon can't get shit.
Ben Gordon ain't the first rookie to be a 6th man of the year.
Ben Gordon can't even get in the NBA right now. He damn sure.
He can't even get the league. The man went overseas. Trash, dog.
I was like, what? Black and white montage.
I mean, we all know Kirk has a job with the Bulls when he comes back.
Oh, yeah. Whenever he wants it, he's got a spot in the organization, and he might be your next general manager whenever Pax decides to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's the one. They love some Kirk Heinrich, man. But that's what they embody. They love that toughness and try hard. You know, we got a guy on our show, Fred Pfeiffer, man. He's C-Red Fred on Waddle and Sylvie. People listen to Waddle and Sylvie. He said something great. He said, I think Kirk Heinrich resonates with those people in the 100 section so much because he was like, they could basically point at their kids and say, see, kids, if you try hard, you can make it in the NBA too. You know what I'm saying? Basically, we're saying them little white kids that they point out. Say, if you try hard, you can make it there also. Go, Kirk, go. And looking at Ben and his athleticism and his talent, you know what I'm saying? that elevated him to, you know, being a incredible basketball player. They're like, yeah, the guy dribbles too much, makes too many turnovers.
He dribbles too much, he shoots too much, but he hits more.
And his game winning shots in the fourth quarter. Like, what the
all
hell?
The time. Every time they were down in the fourth, they gave it to Ben, he would score like 18 to win it. all the time, man.
He doesn't have enough grit.
Right. Yes, I call Kirk Henry Big Grit. That's what I call him, dog. This Big Grit. Grit. Son.
What does he play on now?
He doesn't.
Who, Kirk? Yeah. He does not.
Okay, so he got cut from Atlanta? What was it? Where did he go?
He went to Atlanta.
Wasn't he a free agent?
Right.
And
yeah, he went at last year. He was with Atlanta, and yeah, you're right. He was a free agent, and they were like, "No, thank you."
What's so sad about it is that? If Tibbs was coaching, he would be starting. He would
Tibbs on the side of the
yeah, for real.
You know Tibbs, but your question. I'm sorry, your question was about Tibbs, but
no, this is fine. I love.
I mean, but when I saw, and it's funny because I saw Minnesota play that first game, and in the first half, I was tweeting out like, "Man, the T-Wolves look serious." Like they were killing the Grizzlies, and the Grizzlies came back and won. I mean, they were up by like 20, and the Grizzlies came back and won because in the fourth quarter, I saw everybody get tired. It was the same old Tibbs, man. All his starters, everybody is playing like 35 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy. Your center should not be playing that many minutes.
That was my main concern. I don't want him to ruin Karl Anthony Towns. I don't.
Oh, he's ruining.
Yeah, man.
It's happening.
Yeah, man. He's gonna peak him out and then destroy his knees. Like I see that happening, man. And another thing Tibbs did that I didn't like was when he got rid of Kevin Garnett. I love Kevin Garnett. I wanted Garnett to get his final year, the farewell and all that other stuff. Plus, I thought he could really, really help Karl Anthony Towns and give him some, just some more toughness. I mean, this is an NBA MVP, man. This is a multiple-time All-Star here. This is Kevin Garnett. Like, of course, you can learn from him. And he's tough like Tibbs and all these things. But I think Tibbs got rid of him because he wanted to be the only voice in the room. And I think he missed something when he got rid of him, man. Because now KG is helping out the Greek Freak. KG is with Giannis out of the compo in practice. He's going
crazy. What is he?
And he's going nuts.
What is he averaging? 24 points a game, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Like, he's just putting up NBA 2K17 numbers in the NBA every night. He looked like my.
He just got another triple-double tonight. He just got another triple-double tonight, man.
That dude is only 22 years old.
Yes, man.
We call him
a monster, man.
What do you call him, Dave?
The alphabet. That's what you call him, the alphabet.
For years, I couldn't pronounce that dude's name.
Oh, man, don't feel bad.
Fuck it, man. Whatever.
I gave a try, so I'll give it a try. I just call him
Giannis. I can say that. I went to college enough to pronounce that.
Right, exactly. I'm like, yo, G. That's all I'm like, yo, G. I just call him the alphabet, man. Like that dude, like too many damn letters in that name.
Got Clay. And since we've talked about Thibs, we could segue into the Bulls.
Okay.
So coming to the season, and even through the beginning of the season, there was this whole thing about everybody loves each other. The Bulls are so in love with each other. And they were winning, and guys were hitting threes, and then that shit stopped. And now they're 11 and 10. And we ran into, this is all I told somebody. Someone was like, what's going on with the Bulls? I was like, well, this is when regression meets the mean. Like, that shit is head on. Like, you can, like, I think they said that, when Dwayne Wade was actually hitting shots.
Yeah.
That he was shooting like 60% off of 3-pointers with 2 or more dribbles and like 30% or 29% on catch and shoot threes. I'm like, that's probably not gonna last. Then obviously you got Rondo, which is he's Rondo.
Yes.
He's Rondo. And you got Jimmy. And a bunch of other guys. Like I will say this, I really love Robin Lopez. Robin Lopez.
He's a pleasant surprise. He's turned into Luke Longley, with defense.
Defense and like just him being big, it helps them offensive rebound a little bit more. I like Taj, and that is pretty much it for what I like about the Chicago Bulls. Bobby Portis is garbage. Can we say that? Can we say Bobby Portis is garbage? I'm sorry, Bobby
Portis is garbage. Yes.
I wrote a piece last year called Bobby's World after he had like a 20 and 10 game, and I deleted it. It's no longer on my website. He's garbage. Nico is trash.
His ass.
Oh yeah.
I like Doug, but he's.
I'm going to say this.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say I think Bobby would turn around. I think Nico was trash.
Really? You think Bobby turned around before Nico would?
I think Bobby Wood would find a nice level of being average and a nice because he could kind of shoot a jump shot. I mean, you know, you in the NBA, what's your rule, Dave? A big man who shoots
big man with a J.
He hasn't hit a J in 2 weeks, but still though, I think he can.
You're a big man with a J. You get a 7 to 10 year career.
Those shots are there, right? They're there. You just gotta hit them.
Yeah,
and I think eventually they will start falling for him. I think they will.
Right.
I think he's.
That's Brandon Bad.
I think he sees. I think he sees himself as better than what he is. I think he's like, wait, man, I'm not that good actually. So maybe I should just do this one good thing well. So I think he will average out. Nico, man, he just so unathletic, man. He's like, it's the problem. Nico is like Nico does not work on his game. He doesn't work out. He doesn't. He's 7 foot tall and he goes to the rim like a girl because he has no faith in his strength, no faith at all when he does anything in the paint. Mm-hmm. And like, we don't have confidence in yourself and your body and your strength and who you are, you know, as your physicality. You throw up shots like a girl, then praying for fouls.
Hold on.
He's on a team where you got Wade and Rondo and Butler who penetrate, who the sole job is to get you open. So this year, all he has to do was stay in the corner and shoot threes. Mm-hmm. They didn't ask him to do anything. They didn't ask him to be Tony Kukoc, bizarre Tony Kukoc. They asked him to stay in the corner and 3, and he came and do that. And then like it's funny how like he'll go 0 for 10. They hit one shot in the fourth quarter. Everybody go crazy on that one shot.
Yep. When he got those that steal from LeBron and that block on Kyrie, everybody was like Nico, and I was like, yeah, Nico did some good stuff, but he was mostly trash. He was mostly trash.
Miro trash.
Like, weight room, man. Found the game. This dude does not work out.
He's lost weight. How do you go
3 years? How do you go 3 years and not know how to turn around and hit a layup on somebody? He's 7 foot tall.
7 foot
and you
tall.
still go around, trip over your shoestrings and hit the ground. Like how many? Like Jimmy Butler, you have 2 of the best people in the league history getting to the rim and showing you how to get shots up and get in ones. Butler and Wade, talk to them. How do you do it?
And you know they spend the time.
Look at them.
Of course, you know Jimmy's in the weight room. One of the more depressing things about Nico is that he's been here for so long and they still haven't worked on his shot. He has one of the like he shoot like when most people shoot, they shoot forward. He shoots and it goes back like behind his goddamn head. You're never going to hit a consistent amount of shots shooting like that.
And I remember how tall you are.
No matter how tall you are. I remember looking at video of him in Spain, and I was like, oh man, this dude can dribble a little bit. You know, he's a little bit athletic, and then like he got here, and I was like, oh shit, he was playing against people that were less athletic than him. That's why he looked like that. He's terrible. Like Nico is terrible.
Never. I was slow. I saw those tapes, dude. I didn't fall for it, man. What I say, Dave? First of all, I said, Dave. I said you can't jump, man. I said
he kept saying
on the ground. I'm like. I seen them shots in the paint, man. He just can't get off the ground. And he goes around like he's scared.
He wasn't rebounding either. He wasn't rebounding at all. And he's scared. Like you said, it's like he goes in to flop. He doesn't go in to score. He goes in to flop. And it's oh my God, it's just frustrating. My brain hurts talking about this dude. Like it's just so maddening because we saw it. Chris and I didn't fall for the okie doke. Okay. We saw him coming in and we were like, I don't know, man. We not high on him. He all right, but we ain't high on him.
At the very least, I wanted him to be able to hit open 3-pointers at the clip of most, stretch 4s. And he can't even do that. Like, I think and even last year, people were like, well, he shot, what did he shoot? Like 34% from 3 last year or something like that, 36%.
Yeah,
39. Okay, 39, which is good. But I'm like, he got fat at the end of the season when it didn't even matter anymore.
Right.
But the beginning of the season, Nico couldn't hit any goddamn thing. He was missing everything. And it's just so disenchanting because the Bulls build him as he's going to be our he's going to be our Kevin Love. He couldn't he's not even anywhere near what Kevin Love was as a rookie. And he's in his 3rd year. And he hasn't gotten better.
All I want him to be, can you at least be Dylan Shrimp? Dylan was a nice player. Let's be him. He had open shot. Let's be him.
Nope.
But he can't even do that.
Nope.
I want him to be Ryan Anderson. Just hit a fucking corner.
Oh no, Ryan Anderson would light you up, dude. He wishes.
I just want him to hit the open 3 in the corner.
I agree.
I just want that. Why can't he do it?
I don't know. And it's so frustrating because they'll give it to him. And it'll be right when the Bulls take a nice run and you got to hit that 3 and cap it off so they can call that 20-second timeout. and he don't hit that
like,
shit.
He
Like,
never hits the big three. He never hits the like back-breaking three. Ever.
No soul-crushing threes.
Dude, look, what happened
no
last game, Dave? When you was begging for him to throw it on the post. I said, look, they don't want him to have the ball. They purposely, he had somebody 5'7" on him.
He had Smith on him.
And the Bulls literally looked the other way. It was like, we are not giving you.
I don't blame him.
Ish Smith.
Ish Smith would have jumped up and beat that shit back to Spain. Get your ass out of here, Nico.
Beat the 44s off his back, dog. Like, it's crazy, dog. Like, dude, it's trash, man. Oh, the cotton. He's just soft. He's trash.
What I hate, I don't know, I can't tell, hindsight, whatever. I know one thing. The Bulls were hiring him for years, right? And I know, the Bulls made moves based on him, based on how they saw him in the future. So you can absolutely imagine all the trades they could have made, the deals they didn't make because they thought this was going to be the deal.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need dude because we need Love because we got Nico. We don't need so-and-so. We don't need Kobe because we got Nico. We don't need.
Because remember at the time, dude, how expendable Taj Gibson was going to become when he was, when his contract came up. They were like, by that time, Taj would be expendable because Nico would, by that time, have taken over, you know what I'm saying, and shown that he should be a starter and he should be the one. No, he has not. The dude is depressing. The only nice thing about him is his beard. That's it.
Hey, that shit
his beard game is on point. I will give him that.
Serious.
His beard game is on point.
No, it's something serious. It's something to behold, which makes you even more mad because you're like, you look the part.
Like Nico, he's
got a great
lining yourself up with bevel. Is that bevel you using? Yo.
Got the bevel blade. That's the bevel blade. That's a major key. Yo,
but we talked about this, right? The Bulls love each other now. Why aren't they winning? Because the whole thing last year was all Derek and Jimmy. Well, it wasn't even really Derek and Jimmy because I heard that it was more Jimmy and Joe Kim, and then Jimmy and like the coaching staff. Like Derek and Jimmy had their issues, but it wasn't that big of a deal. I heard that Jimmy and Joe Kim, if Joe Kim didn't go to New York, we're going to end up boxing.
Yes, that's what we heard too. Yes,
but they love each other now.
What's the problem? I don't get what do people expect. Seriously. This is a nice team. They play well sometime. We broke it down before the season started, what we thought the team was going to be. They kind of are what they are. Like they're a good team. They can play good teams as well. And they're going to beat us sometimes. And sometimes they're not. Yeah. They're not going to be a great team.
Derek isn't here anymore. They should be good now, right?
No. They're cool. They're cool. When they get NCW back, well, I know they didn't have him, whatever, but they get him back.
I really liked him.
They'll be a better team, but like this is not some juggernaut. They're slightly above average when healthy, and so they'll make the playoffs. What they should. If they don't, Holberg should be fired. And because look, you see the press conference, he basically said that himself. He's like, last year we should have made the playoffs. Yeah. There was no excuse, but man,
I like that he said that though, because there was an excuse. There was definitely an excuse why they didn't make the playoffs last year.
What's that? What's the excuse?
Jimmy got hurt, then Powell got hurt, then Nico got hurt, and then when they actually found a little groove with the team that they had, and Etwan Moore and Derek where they were winning games, then Etwan Moore got hurt. Everybody was hurt at the same damn time from January through February, and I think they only won like maybe 4 or 5 games. Over that 2-month span. That's why you're probably not going to make the playoffs at that point when everybody in your team is hurt.
Now, see, I would go for that if they win the West. But in the East, they still
Jimmy
hovering
was the best
around
player.
500.
Jimmy's your best player, though. If your best player, if you take the best, take LeBron off of the Cleveland Cavaliers. We know what they are. They out there getting blown out like every goddamn night when LeBron is a player. It was kind of like that with Jimmy. Like Jimmy, and you look at it now, you see it now. When Jimmy is not on the floor,
it's a problem.
The Bulls are awful. And even with Derek last year, when Jimmy wasn't playing, the Bulls weren't really all that good.
Yeah, because when he got hurt.
What the hell? What is Derek trying to do? What is Derek's game? What is his goal? Like, what is he doing?
Derek is getting it together now.
He just wants to play basketball.
Well, here's the thing. Here's about we waited 2 years. Like I'm big. I'm not this. I love Big Rose fan, but like it's like we as fans are waiting for that 1 week where the older is back. Derek is but he always like plays well. Then he goes down. Then he's like, I don't know what he is on the court. I don't know what I'm getting out of him. Like
he had that moment. He had that moment, and you know what happened? He had that moment. It was right. He had a stretch in January, like the end of December and January, before he tore the meniscus with, and it ended with that game against Golden State. Yep. Where he scored the 40 or whatever, and he was averaging 25 points per game on like 50% shooting from the field and 40% from the three, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. He wasn't old Derek, but he was good Derek. Then he tore his meniscus, and that's it. It's over now. Like it's over for Derek. Derek will never be. I love him, and I love Derek. Like I don't know if you go back and listen to all. Like I watched Derek grow up. Yeah, I love him. Like he's Chicago. That like he's the little bro. But he's just a good basketball player now, and it's sad to say he's just gonna be he's just the average basketball player now.
He is. I think and the Derek Rose fan in me is like, he's got one more good year left, man.
Yeah, I can thinking like, he's still kind of fast, right? Maybe he's still time gonna drop 20 pounds a game.
He's gonna do it once, man. Come on, he's got to do it once. But I think the Bulls. I think that's kind of what's going on now. I'm not as down on them right now, with this record because I know they're injured, and I'm just not as down on them because of that, man. I really think I can't believe I'm saying this, but I really think when McDermott comes back, that's going to change some things. I never thought I'd have to depend on Doug McDermott to, be something. I always thought he was just a good, peace person. I didn't think I needed to depend on his 18 points, 15 points a game for us to win. But it seemed like that's the case because Nico is trash. So we got to depend on him. And and also
have to play. I'm like, why does Duke have to play? He just has to be.
You don't have to. He long man, get him out of here.
I mean, you're not playing Bobby Portis at this point. Just sit Nico down too.
Yeah, Portis is done. When Felicio had that block last game, I was like, yeah, Portis' career is done. He's done. He's done. He's not gonna get no tick like that, dog. Because Felicio's more athletic and he's tougher and he's competent running the floor. I just want some competence out there. I just want you to look like you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I just need that.
Bobby doesn't know how to play basketball yet.
That's what I'm saying. Right. That's what I mean. Like, there's no it's like he gets the ball. He's like, okay, now what? Oh, I throw this big round thing into the hoop. Oh
no. Just pass the ball.
No, Bobby, you're at half court. Don't do that.
I used to think Taj was a black hole, but Taj is nothing compared to Bobby. Bobby will shoot that thing from anywhere. He don't give a shit. We out here
with the craziest look on his face too.
Like that's what made him a household name, Crazy Eyes. But he's fucking trash,
man. I think getting McDermott and getting Michael Carter Williams back is really going to help this team going forward. I really believe that.
I'm happy they are. Well, look, before they got to Wade and Rondo, I was going to cry watching these Bulls games. I was going to cry like this is awful, hot mess. But man, look, they got the Wade. I got something to watch. We're in basketball hell. We know it. But hey, Wade is on the team.
Wade is here. He's going to help. I'm telling you, he's going to help in the long run. Having Dwayne Wade on your team is never a negative. It's only a positive, especially when it comes to off-court stuff like free agency and things like that. There's no other player more beloved in the league than him. Everybody loves him, man. And when you got a guy like that on your team, he can't do nothing but help your organization bring in people. And what if the Bulls had a problem doing? Bringing in free agents.
He was a big reason. He was a big reason why they couldn't get anybody, because he was the poster boy for the Bulls don't take care of their players thing, which is absolute nonsense. And it was a big thing for them to get him because now it drops that curtain. Like, okay, well, if Dwayne Wade says they're okay, well, maybe they're okay. But it was bullshit, the whole thing about them not taking care of their players. That was absolute trash.
Oh, absolute bullshit, man. They look out, man. But I think that having him doesn't do anything but help, man. So I'm just waiting to see these two guys come back so I can, look at some actual good basketball and guys who, competent basketball, because this stretch coming up is mean because they got the Spurs tomorrow. So, so they got some
blown the hell out,
man.
They're like last in 3-point attempts per game, I think now, and last in three-pointers made, and like like everything that we knew was going to happen. Like we had that huge burst of everybody's hitting 3-pointers. Even Rajon Rondo was hitting 3-pointers, and and then like it I swear they just ran into a huge brick wall, and it was like the brick wall said reality. Like this is what you are. You're not a 3-point shooting team. And we were coming into the season hoping like, okay, we got 3-point shooters. Like we got Doug. Doug can shoot. Right. Bobby's supposed to be able to shoot. Nico is supposed to be able to shoot. Isaiah Cannon can shoot a little bit, and if we can just get these guys to shoot just a little bit, we'll be okay. And nobody's shooting okay. Nobody.
Not a person.
And Doug's brain is rambling around in his head, so we haven't even been able to see him play much. Who pulled?
You want to talk about that bevel blade though? Doug McDermott's fade game is on point, man.
Man, he gotta stay pretty for the ladies, man. The ladies seem to love Doug, man. That's all I see on Twitter. Man. They love that.
Dougie Fresh.
They love that dude. So he keeps himself tight with the fade.
Yeah, his fades be on point, man. You can tell when he's about to play good. Because you be like that bevel game be on serious point. You be like, oh, okay, he about to hit a few threes today. Because Chris will say that to him. He be like, Caesar. Right. Chris be like, yo, Dave, you see his haircut? Oh, Doug about the ball.
Dude, that's the first thing I saw with that haircut, man. First thing I saw. Yo, is he gonna try to dunk again, or is that
not anytime soon?
He forgot how far his athleticism stretched. He got into those sneaky hop things, that Stacey King, who I love, was saying to him.
Oh, I got surprise for you on the intro then.
Oh, you love Stacey King.
Yes. When Stacey always say he's got the sneaky hops.
Sneaky hops.
He got the sneaky hops. He can jump because he would get those wide open dunks. He wasn't dunking on people. He was just getting the wide open dunks.
You know what I've noticed about Stacey King?
What's that?
Black people like him, white people don't.
Really? I think white people love him.
That's the opposite.
No.
I think that's the opposite, bro. Like, seriously, white people around that I know of, man, they
hold on. White basketball bloggers. Let's say that. I think they did I think it was last year. They did a tournament of the worst broadcasters in the NBA.
Okay.
And I want to say him and Neil Funk, if they didn't win it, they were like in the Final Four.
What?
Wow.
There's some bad ones out there, man. They're not the worst.
Yo, I have league pass, man. I've heard some atrocious announcements.
To me,
man.
Houston is the worst.
Oh yeah, they don't know what you're talking about. They're
Murphy.
They're at the bar drinking beer, watching the game. Like they don't picture what's going on.
Like Calvin Murphy.
Look. Calvin Murphy is so damn bad. Like, okay, Neil Funk has a reason. He's old.
He's old, right?
Like
he used to be good, but then he got old.
What is Calvin's problem? He doesn't know any goddamn thing, and he is the most biased individual that is doing color commentary in any sport. Period.
Oh, but I do
everything. He's old too. Tommy's old. You give him a pass too. Yeah. Calvin ain't that goddamn old, man. He just be out there. Everything that goes against the Houston Rockets is like, oh, they're out to get us. Like, shut your ass up.
Is Class still on the broadcast? Clyde Drexler. Yeah, he's still on there?
I think he does it from time to time because they were just talking about him last night about how he didn't know shit.
Yeah, because he acts like he never played basketball. Like you listen to him talk during the game, they ask him a question. He acts like he's never played basketball in his life. He acts like no insight at all. Like I don't know, did this happen? That was crazy. Like what
you want to know somebody else who's like that? Who's that? Tracy McGrady doesn't know anything about basketball.
No, he doesn't know about winning.
I agree with that.
And I love McGrady. I'm a big McGrady fan, dude. I love McGrady. Yeah. But he sounds every time he talks, he sounds like a guy who never won anything.
Like what the hell are you talking about, Tracy?
Well, I don't know why you would need that. I wouldn't play harder against. I play hard against everybody. No, bro. Like that's not how that goes. That's not how that goes, Trace. No, you're absolutely right. Watching him talk to Jalen Rose, you can just see Jalen Rose's face looking at him like
Jalen and Chauncey Billups are looking at him like, "Are you out of your mind?"
Right.
and I wonder why he never got past the first round.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you can see it, but you're right. You can hear it in his talking and the things he say and how far he's been in the playoffs. But it's like Will Purdue. I can't stand Will Purdue. Like I can't stand Will Purdue because he does the pre and post game for the Bulls. And listening to him talk,
he's frustrated.
I swear you would
back in the day when I was winning,
was averaging 14 and 11.
What did he say? Back in the day when I was winning championships. That's a quote. Boy, back in the day when I was winning championships, like really good.
And what this dude airballing layups, man.
I saw him airball 2-finger rolls.
Rebound more.
Two. How do you airball 2-finger rolls?
Just get in there and board a little bit more. Boy, shut your ass up.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Shut your ass down. Undertaker suit ass, man. I can't stand man.
My favorite Tracy McGrady moment in his career, before, during, or after, is the Robert Horry moment.
Okay.
When he asked Robert Horry if he could have one of his rings. And Robert Horry hit him with the Billy D. Williams. No, my brother. You got to get your own. And the look on Tracy McGrady's face when he said that, you could just see his motherfucking soul leave his body. Like, no, he didn't just do that to me. Like, yes, he did. Boy, you over here asking this grown ass man for one of his NBA championship rings. Get your lazy ass out of here.
So that's so wrong with him, man. He don't get it. He don't get it.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yo,
we've been clowning on basketball for long enough, man. So
okay.
Been clowning on basketball. I did, like I said, I listened to you guys' last podcast. You guys were talking about the Cubs, woohoo, Cubs, whatever.
Yes. We're Sox fans.
Yeah, I'm a White Sox fan. I'm a White Sox fan.
Yeah, we Sox fans, bro.
So the White Sox have been wheeling and dealing, as they say.
They have.
They traded Chris Sale.
Yes.
They got the number one prospect in baseball. Great.
Correct.
They've also traded. I mean, let's just go down the line of what they got back and where they are as prospects in comparison to what the Cubs got when they got all their prospects. I think I have it. Let me pull this up. So,
okay, sure.
In 2014, the Cubs had the number 3, 5, 36, 48, 53, and 72 numbered prospect in the top 100. That was Chris Bryant, Addison Russell, Albert Amora, Jorge Soler, C.J. Edwards, and Kyle Schwarber. Now, the White Sox have the number 1, 3, 30, 38, 58, and 80. The White Sox, they're going to be bad for the next 2 or 3 years. Maybe 2 years. But in that third year, if all things pan out, I would not want to have to play them in the Central. They're going to be a problem.
We'll see. Right now, they have a lot of pitchers.
Yeah, they got a lot of pitchers.
Yeah, but we'll see. We'll see what has on his sleeve. But correction, by the way, they've been bad for quite a few years already.
Yeah, they've been bad. Yeah, they've been bad.
Yeah,
but nevertheless, this is a good step forward.
Yeah, it is. I want to go to the game and see something different. I really do. I by the way, people are clowning the national GM. Because I heard on the radio that people just can't believe that the trade got put off.
I can't either, because they gave up 3 of the 4 players that they asked to get Chris Sale for.
Right.
Yeah.
For Adam Eaton.
For Adam Eaton. Try hard Johnny right there.
He's the goddamn Kirk Heinrich.
Yeah. Yo. He is. That's what he is.
Kirk Heinrich.
He is try hard Johnny right
You don't want that label.
So
I mean,
I'm not mad at what they're doing.
It's
like
I'm not at all.
I didn't mind.
I'm not at all.
I didn't mind them trading Chris Sale either.
No,
because I was kind of tired of Chris Sale, to be honest with you.
Dude, he cut uniforms with a knife. That's crazy.
Look, I wasn't tired of Chris. Chris Sale's Randy Johnson 2.0.
I wasn't tired of him pitching.
Yeah, you just talking about all his antics.
Yeah,
and
like,
all
come
that.
on, man, grow up. Like, he was acting like a bitch. Like,
Okay,
for quite a long, like, anything that went wrong, he was like a prima donna about it. The whole when what was Buddy that got cut or traded or whatever?
LaRoche.
Yeah, LaRoche, and with that, and then with the jerseys, yeah, this whole thing. He's writing a fucking thesis about his son being in a locker room. It's like, you're a grown ass man that plays a sport, man. Just shut up, dude. Like,
Right.
what? Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are you doing all of this?
I mean, Chris Sale, man, like, you know what? Because I think Tone asked me, how do I feel about these moves? I'm like, I'm happy about it, but I'll be happy when they're done. Because I'm like, they're not done. There's still more things on this team that I'll need them to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? Not because I don't think they're good players. I just need them to make that move because I'll need them to let go of that hope that we're not going to be bad for the next couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Abreu can go. Frazier can go. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep Quintana.
Yeah, I want to keep Quintana.
Yeah, but Quintana. But the other dudes can go.
Trade Quintana. Why you want to keep Quintana?
Well, because he's got a great contract. He's got a great deal. And this dude has pitched, I mean, what? He hasn't missed a game in I don't know how long.
Is he going to matter in 5 years, though?
Say it again.
Is he going to matter in 5 years?
Yeah. I mean, this dude's consistent. Look at him, man. Like, his record is the only reason his record is what it is, Chris, because we've seen these games.
Because they cannot
get hits when he hits.
They do not
try that excuse. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know.
We saw
I
know.
It's like he's losing games 1-2.
It's like I know. I agree. It's weird.
Saw that. We saw that he would be out there dominating, giving up 2 runs, and they can't score. Like, he would give up. The man ERA is like 3.5.
Yeah,
like 3.57 if I ain't mistaken. This dude, no, man. Like, that dude can pitch, man, and he's a left-hander. You know what I'm saying? And he's not an issue, and his contract is smooth. Like, he has a real friendly contract. You know what I'm saying?
White Sox pull off these contracts anyway. Like, how do White Sox? Like, what they do? Give them drugs or something? Chris Sale contract?
No, man, you give them comfort. You give them comfort, man. Like, baseball players, I think baseball players just like football players and probably just like athletes, period. You know what I'm saying? Like comfort, but more so baseball players because you're playing 162 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be comfortable in your surroundings, man. If I'm spending that much time around you, you know what I'm saying? To be like, you just want to be comfortable in your surroundings. And the White Sox have a comfort, you know what I'm saying, level within their locker room, man. You know what I'm saying? Dudes are comfortable in there. So I think he just took that deal, was like, yo, I'm cool with this.
I think Reinsdorf and the front office is going to be pleasantly surprised when a lot more people come to the games.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah, he's going to, yeah. Because they see you actually trying.
Yeah.
Right. Because the White Sox, they see you trying, and they're like, yo, man, we see you putting in the effort to try to be better, and you're not trying to keep putting out, you know, paying free agents this ridiculous amount of money for them to come in and be Adam Dunn.
The New York Knicks.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, Adam Dunn. What my brother said they were doing is, let me tell you what he said. He said, stop trying to put a Band-Aid on a gunshot wound.
That's exactly right.
That's what they've been doing for the last 10 years. And
they are the New York Knicks of baseball. That's what they were.
Oh man, so many gunshot wounds too.
Oh yeah, a lot.
Like, there's multiple shots.
Man, just all across their chest. And they're like, oh man, you know, just put some tussin on it. You'll be all right. Just put some tussin on it, baby. Put some Robitussin on it. You'll be all right.
But this is a step in the right direction. You got to bottom out before you can get better.
Yeah.
And
I totally agree.
Keep all of these guys that keep you right at the edge of being bad, but not bad enough. Mm-hmm. And like you said, right. you're basically just the Knicks, which you don't want to be the Knicks. The Knicks don't even want to be the Knicks. So
it's true. And they got rid of Robin Ventura, which I was very happy about too.
The thing is, they were talking about re-signing him.
Yes, I know.
That's Kenny.
He has to go too.
Kenny. Yeah, well, I'm not mad if he does.
Why does Kenny ask for a loan from his boss to buy a condo?
What?
Yeah, he got a loan from Reinsdorf to buy this house or condo or something that he wanted. Like, you making a good amount of money. Why are you getting a loan from your boss? I don't know.
Oh, I ain't in that man's pockets, man. I don't know, man.
I
don't know. Like, some people need that help like that. I mean, hey, but he gave it to him, so okay.
I guess so.
He got a dope condo. I would like to go see it.
After we just said he need to be fired, you probably aren't going to that condo. I'm just gonna put that out there.
I never said that, Katie.
I'm saying he said it. It wasn't me. Maybe next time I come to Chicago, your name Kenny Williams, my name Andre Williams, we might be related. You never know, Kenny. You never know.
I wish it was that easy.
I'll be in the stadium, kid. I'll be there, bro.
All right,
the $5 holler. But Chris, you're right, Chris. Like, I think I will go to more White Sox games because I'm seeing young players and I'm seeing the White Sox try. I'm seeing them put in some efforts, man. So that makes me want to say, hey, let's go see what we got.
And for the first time in a long time, we can actually follow someone's career and like grow with the player.
Right. That's true.
You know,
So who was the
how's
last
with
person
them?
you were able to do that with? Who was the last person?
Probably Paul Canerco.
I was going to say Canerco.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Yeah, that's all, yeah. Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas. Frank Thomas and Canerco.
You know what I mean?
That's what I remember. I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
That's a long time.
I got a Frank Thomas story for you, Dave, off air.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Well, is there anything else that you guys want to talk about?
Well, yes.
Yeah. Oh well. Like, ballsports.com, BAWLsports.com, and Bawl, BAWL, Ball on Bulls. Just type in BAWL on Google and it should come up.
And we're on multiple platforms. Of course, it's on our site, like you said, ballsports.com. Also on Stitcher.com. We're also on iTunes. Also on TuneIn Media. That's for your mobile devices, and on Google Play Podcast. So we everywhere, man. There's no excuse. Go check us out.
Y'all heard them. You know where to find them. Go.
Said it, son.
Why are you still here? Go find them. What are you doing?
Yeah. You like foolishness? You like music?
And the podcast is not coming out because I had to do this show, right, Dave?
That's right.
So
you gotta wait another day. But that's okay though. It's worth the wait.
Y'all gonna get to hear him anyway. You're gonna get to hear him anyway. You heard him right now. But go find a podcast. Anybody that listens to According to Sources, if you follow us on Twitter, go follow them. Do all of that. These are good. You heard them. They're funny guys. They're like me. They're good
At
people.
Ball Sports is the Twitter handle.
By the way, they tweets. They tweet 24/7. I don't know how he does it. Tweets in the shitter. He tweets at work. He tweets while he's driving.
I can't stay off of Twitter. I can't stay off.
Dude, how do y'all do it? Like, I'm at work and like he's having a conversation about wrestling. Like, I'm like, don't you at work?
I'm sorry, my job isn't like yours. Like,
I work from home.
So he has an excuse, but from home.
Oh, okay. But Chris, you work right next to your ball. Of course, you can't be on Twitter.
I wouldn't be on it anyway like that. Like, I don't know.
Well, see that. Well, that's the difference. You wouldn't do it anyway. That's the difference, bro.
Yeah.
I've made a commitment.
Yeah, I know. See,
we gonna be. Somebody got to represent, baby.
My wife,
gonna rep.
My wife is always. You're always on your phone. I'm like, I can't put it down. Something might happen.
He said something crazy. Like, I must respond.
Look, I wake up at every morning or every night, like 3:00 in the morning, and check my phone just to make sure I'm not missing some shit that I should be talking about on Twitter. Now I go on my Twitter feed. Nobody said anything, and then I go back to sleep. It's a fucking drug. I'm sorry. I can't. Just take Twitter and just like inject it into my veins. And it's not just me. Devin's always on Twitter. Rob is always on Twitter. Like if you go, like a lot of times I look up and people are talking to us on the Twitter page. I'm like, what the fuck? I'll be about to type like, what the fuck are you talking about? Then I look and like, oh, this is something Devin's arguing with someone right now. Okay, cool. Devin, this is what Devin does. He's always arguing.
That's when I knew it was getting out of hand for us, man. Is when I would wake up at 6 or 7 in the morning to get ready for work, and I see there's like 8 responses I've gotten from somebody from like 12 to 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh,
you
man.
at? Like, where did you live where you were up tweeting me right now? Go your ass to bed.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, ain't you sleep? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just get a little rest, bro. Nobody to go see nothing. All right,
nope.
cool. I mean, I'm not
arguing with me. I'm not that important, but thank you. But fellas, it was really good to have you guys on the podcast, man.
Yes, sir.
Like, it felt like old times, and this was the first time, so definitely want to have you guys come back on the podcast again.
And we'd also like to extend that invitation to you also, brother.
I was coming anyway, so you.
Yes, sir.
Middle of the show is gonna pop up like, hey, what's
going on?
All right, we ready? Got my headphones.
I was definitely gonna pop in, but yeah, I love to be on you guys' podcast.
Absolutely, bro.
I can't wait to be on, so that your followers can get some of my ignorance, because I'm stupid as hell, man. So I can't wait to be on there. Like I told you guys before, follow them, man. They're good. Good. First of all, good Twitter.
That's Dave.
Dave is handling the Twitter thing. It's great. Podcasts are great.
It used to be a team
website.
effort, but that went away a while ago.
Team effort, man.
Look at that. He's not
I'll
gonna
get
let,
back on it
he's
again,
not gonna
man.
let you fall on that sword, man. He gonna
Every time I want to get back on to say something, Dave got it. I'm like, he got it. I ain't gonna worry about it.
It's a team effort.
hey man.
Chris, say it. I'll tune it out. Hey, it's a team effort, man. Chris, you put the picture up of the mic. Oh, and yes, and also we appreciate the people who have donated to our podcast, man. We have a way you can donate to our podcast. If you like what you hear, you dig them over here, you can go on our site, give a nickel, penny, dime, quarter, whatever you feel to us, and everything that you give goes directly into our show. We were just able to buy a much needed new microphone for Chris. That's why he sounds so wonderful now. It's because of the new microphone that we were able to get because of our listeners, man, extending that helping hand and donating to us. So.
Hear the beat.
White velvety dulcet tones.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The milky
You cannot hear me.
But
so we appreciate that, man.
It's 11:30 on the East Coast. I'm trying to get my ass to bed, and y'all are holding me now. I'm fucking around with y'all.
You just want to check Twitter. That's all you want to do.
I am. I'm about to. Man, I'm really about to go and see what's been going on the last hour because Cleveland beat the shit out of New York.
It's Twitter.
Hey, Cleveland beat the shit out of New York. I got to see what everybody's saying about it, man. I got to.
They did.
They
Golden State is beating the shit out of the Clippers right now.
The Clippers, like they were 2 for 9 from 3, and they were up by 18 in the second quarter. They're about to beat them by a million.
The Clippers are the same team as last year. Like I don't get like what's going on. Like there's nothing different with the Clippers.
They came out of the gates much better, and people fell for the banana. Yep, they fell for it.
And I think Blake peaked, by the way, because we seen peak Blake. That's it.
Yeah, he's not gonna get any better. He is what he is. Sorry,
right, bro.
Sorry, LA. So that's it for us. You know where to find us. AccordingToSources.com. If you want to go to the website that has been renovated is no longer hacked. We had a hacker on our goddamn site, wow. Man. Look, a lot of money to pay to get this goddamn shit off my goddamn website. And it started in May. I got it fixed. They got back in again.
Hello, what's going on?
Man, look, we've been getting more people to that website, and it's crazy because we haven't been writing anything, but we've been getting more people, more humans to the website, and in turn, when more humans come, more robots follow them. So it'll be like 700, 800, 900 humans on the website, and then it'll be like 450 robots, and they're just hacking the site like constantly. So I had to go and get a really, really good firewall to get that squared away. So now you can go to accordingtosources.com if you want to see us. It's A2 Sources on Twitter. It's According to Sources at accordingtosources.com. If you want to email us, According to Sources on Facebook, According to Sources IG. I don't do Snapchat because fuck that. But for Big Dave, Chris, this is Dre, According to Sources. We out. Peace.
Peace.